With a family of 10, we have a lot of birthdays to get through each year, so I often get asked how we keep birthdays both practical and simple, yet special for each of the children. So today, I'm going to show you how we handle birthdays.
If you're new here, I'm Stacy, homeschooling and homesteading mama of 7, on a mission to ditch the grocery store and become more self-sufficient. Subscribe to our channel to learn more about our journey and how we are making that dream come true.
Okay, the backstory is we have not always handled birthdays the same way. So back when we had just a couple of children, it was actually kind of fun for me to throw these big birthday parties. So we would have several children over, we would do a bunch of crafts and pre-planned activities and have decor and cakes and all of the things. And I just thought that this is the way that you were supposed to do birthday parties, and I would have probably felt guilty doing anything different. The more kids we had, the more I had to adjust how I handled birthdays, both for the expense of it and also just for practicality's sake, especially since we have a lot of birthdays in the same months. We have 2 on the same day in December even. So as we had a bigger family and also as we moved away from family, we made some adjustments to how we handled birthdays so that they were both fun for the kids, something to look forward to, a special day, also something that was affordable and practical for our growing family. Something else that changed for us is we moved across the country from all of our family. So this kind of complicated actually birthdays for the younger ones because we no longer had grandma and grandpa to bring over and just make the day special. We had to come up with ways to make it special on our own. And then for the older kids, it actually simplified things because we no longer had to worry about inviting grandma and grandpa and aunts and uncles and whatnot over. So things might look different for you depending on your family situation, but I'm going to show you what we do. I came up with the birthday budget. This system helps us keep to a budget for each birthday so we're not spending an enormous amount of money on birthdays each year. It also allows the children to plan out their birthday how they want and make sure that the money is going to the things that are actually going to make their day feel special for them. So for some of the kids, they want to go out and eat with mom and dad and pick out their own gift, where other children might want to be surprised with a gift and have friends over.
So here's how this looks. At the beginning of each year, when we do our family budget, we pick an amount that each child will get to spend on their birthday. This has varied quite a bit depending on what life looks like at that time. About a month before each birthday, the kids get their budget and they can plan out exactly what they want their birthday to look like and how to allocate that money. This is great budgeting practice as well. The front of this form allows the child to come up with the dates and overall plan, while the back is the breakdown of where the money will go. And yes, the cost of food we wouldn't have purchased anyway must be included here. So homemade food using ingredients we already have doesn't need to go on the budget, which is probably why our kids are all for homemade cupcakes and cakes. If we are taking the child out to eat, then the cost of mom and dad's food also needs to go in the budget because it's money that we wouldn't have spent otherwise. Then, as far as gifts, the amount we spend is actually decided upon by the child. So if there's $30 left in the budget, that's how much their gift is. They also get to decide if we pick it out and surprise them, or if they pick it out. And for the last few years, all of our kids have decided that picking out their gift is way more fun, which has honestly been a huge relief for me because it's one less thing I have to stress about leading up to birthdays. Now, they do get surprise gifts from friends and family, so don't feel bad that they don't have any surprises. One of the things that helps make the birthday special and also helps with the budget is making homemade cupcakes and cakes. Our go-to are these amazing vanilla cupcakes. They are easy to make and the kids actually like making them with me. On this day, we were making a big batch of cupcakes. We like to celebrate each child's birthday on the actual day, just casually in the evening. The child will open any presents that they were sent, and lately they have been opting to go out to eat with mom and dad and then go shopping to pick out their gift. So when we get home from that, we'll have cupcakes or cake and sing happy birthday with the other kids. Then all of the older kids like to have a few friends over, and to keep this simple, we just have them over after church on a Sunday near their birthday. And then it's not an all-day event or anything elaborate. The kids will just eat and play, and it's both fun yet stress-free. Okay, I'm going to share this cupcake recipe with you because trust me, these will become your go-to as well, and the same recipe can be used to make a regular cake if that's your thing. I have tripled the recipe here, but I'm going to give you the normal amounts because most people don't need 60 cupcakes and the regular batch makes about 20. Start by preheating your oven to 350. To make the batter, add a 1/4 cup softened salted butter, 1/4 cup cooking oil, we like avocado, and 3/4 cup sugar to a stand mixer. Then turn the mixer on high to cream the butter, oil, and sugar until it's light and fluffy. Next, add in 3/4 cup buttermilk. I didn't have any on hand here, so I'm using buttermilk powder combined with water, 2 eggs, and 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. Mix on high again until well combined. Then add in 1 3/4 cup flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Mix one more time, this time on low, just until everything is well combined, making sure to scrape the sides of the bowl as needed. Finally, line your cupcake pan with liners and then fill each about 3/4 full. Then bake for about 15 minutes or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Cool the baked cupcakes on a cooling rack and then frost them after they are completely cool. At this point, I will frost a few for the next day and freeze the rest unfrosted for the next week. The frosting is a buttercream frosting. To make it, you just add 1 cup of softened butter and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract to a stand mixer and mix on medium speed until fully combined. Scrape the sides of the bowl, then add a pound or about 4 cups of powdered sugar. Start mixing on low so that you don't make a huge mess, and then slowly increase the speed, mixing until the frosting is light and fluffy. If your frosting is too thick, add a small splash of cream or milk until you get your desired consistency. The cupcakes are now done and ready to enjoy. Sometimes we'll decorate the cupcakes or write on them. It really depends on the child and also what my capacity is to add the extra details at that point. But frankly, the kids don't really mind either way. And I think if there's any big takeaway from this video, aside from the birthday budget method itself, it is that kids' birthdays don't need to be elaborate to be special. In my almost 16 years of raising kids, I have found that the things that matter to them are that their special day is acknowledged and celebrated, and that there are a few family traditions that provide a sense of security and belonging. I think we as Americans really undervalue the importance of traditions, since we all come from such different backgrounds and cultures, but these traditions can be established in your own family, and even a simple thing that your kids know happens every birthday, like a special birthday breakfast, for example, is going to mean much more to them than any fancy party. Well, I'm off to frost more cupcakes, but hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you here next week.